is going to be the Sonic from the new live-action movie, or at least the one that they showed us in the trailer for the movie. And you know, as an artist, I try my best to find the beauty in everything, and this subject might test that theory, but we're gonna try and find the beauty in this Sonic the Hedgehog, because as you know, Sonic the Hedgehog is a pretty adorable and cool looking character, but the version that they went with for the live action movie is the stuff of nightmares. So we're gonna try and make them beautiful. That'll be our goal for today. So I've already got his eyes and his nose drawn. You know, the weird thing about this is that the more I draw Sonic right now, this is much more similar to how I would draw a normal portrait. You know, normally there are certain rules for drawing a portrait, and when you draw a cartoon character, you throw all of those out the window, and you don't do them. But, you know, the more I draw this, the more I realize this is almost exactly how I would draw a normal portrait. Okay, what am I gonna do? Okay, yeah, okay, I'm gonna start to darken his eyes now, and if you watched the last video, I mentioned that as long as you get the eyes looking good, the rest of the portrait just kind of all comes together. But the priority is that you get the eyes to look good, so it's just basically some ovals right here. And you know, fair warning, I have never drawn this Sonic the Hedgehog before. I've drawn the other Sonic the Hedgehog, the normal one, many times, but I've never drawn this version before. Yeah, let me get the other eye over here. Go around here. Yep, okay. Get another pupil going right here. You know, the interesting thing is, when they first announced that they were doing this live action movie with Sonic, it was about the time that they announced that they were going to do Detective Pikachu, and somehow Detective Pikachu ended up looking amazing. And but something with this Sonic the Hedgehog just looks a little off. But like I said, we're gonna try and make them beautiful. Okay. Because I think if you look deep enough, you will see the beauty in everything. You know, he didn't choose to look like this. He was created by some artist that got paid for like a year straight to design him. I'm gonna take this dark pencil now and just get the pupil. So yeah, as long as you get really good contrast on the pupils, it's kind of cheating, but as long as you have good contrast, I'm telling you, the rest of the picture just kind of comes together. What I think a lot of beginner artists do is they draw the face and they leave the eyes unfinished for most of the drawing, and your picture kind of looks like a ghost or something strange. So I always like to go ahead and get the eyes finished from the finished. So for the iris here, I'm just going back and forth. Like I said, I don't really have any sort of guidelines for how I draw this Sonic. I'm just doing what I think I should do. Okay, let's do this iris over here now. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so the weird thing is that these are very similar to a human eye, which is not at all very common when you draw a cartoon character. But let's go ahead and get his nose right here. At least his nose looks a little bit different. It's not like a human nose. You can make it curve up right here. Get his little nostrils in. Okay. Now for this nose, it kind of actually looks like a dog. Dogs have noses very similar to this. Especially like smaller dogs have like a Chihuahua, or like a wiener dog. I actually have a wiener dog, and his nose looks pretty similar to them. Let's go ahead and get the mouth right here. Now, I think the mouth is where this whole design starts to really fall apart for several reasons. We got the teeth right here, and the weird thing is that they are individual teeth. Usually cartoon characters have one giant tooth and it goes around the whole mouth, but we're gonna draw individual teeth right here. Okay, yeah, I mean, this is so close to how I would normally just draw a normal face. It's really not that much different. Look at the teeth. Okay, now I know that you're gonna say this looks weird, but I really think that I'm doing a good job copying the reference picture. So I think when we're all done, hopefully it all looks right, even though it looks so crazy right now. Alright, get his back teeth. His bottom teeth going over here. Okay. Wow. This is something. Alright, now, the fact that he has human lips is very strange, but I'm telling you, I'm looking at this reference photo, and he definitely has lips. So we're gonna give him lips. Alright, let's get his little chin. Okay. As horrifying as it has any right to be. Okay, let's get the rest of his head over here and start to block out where some of the fur is gonna be. You know, the most interesting thing is that when this movie actually comes out, he's not going to look like this, because the director of the movie said that this was so unbelievably unbelievable that he promised the fans that he would change Sonic back to normal. But what the most amazing thing to me is that somebody looked at this several times in a design group, and many times they agreed that this was the right thing to do. Oh my goodness, this is scaring me. Okay, so let me see right here. Yeah, let's go ahead and shade his fur. So Sonic is normally blue, but I'm gonna draw him in black and white today. So his blue fur is just gonna be a gray color. And let's go back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, back and forth, back and forth. You know, I think he doesn't look too bad. I think he looks pretty cute, actually. If he would just close his mouth, I think he would be pretty cute. Okay. Yeah, let's get some darker areas here. And you know, I can't judge too much because this movie may be amazing. It might be better than Detective Pikachu, which as of now is the best video game movie to have ever come out. So, I guess we'll see next year when this movie comes out if it's any good. Alright, so now I'm going to take a paper towel and we are going to just start to smudge everything nice and soft so that we make our pencil lines kind of go away. Okay, smudge it around some more. Alright, now that that's all smudged, I'm going to go back and I'm going to draw some detail back in so that his eyes don't disappear. You know, the interesting thing is that, you know, I love Sonic the Hedgehog. I remember playing Sonic CD on the computer when I was like 4 years old. I think, maybe I was like 5. I don't know. But that game was awesome. And then I got, you know, I think I didn't actually play another Sonic the Hedgehog game for a very long time. And then I played Sonic Adventure 2, which is still one of the best games of all time, hands down. In my opinion, probably the best 3D Sonic game ever made. Okay, let's get his nose right here. You guys got me all being nostalgic. I forgot to tell you how to draw. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna darken these in as, you know, no sunlight is gonna get inside of his nostrils. So we want to make them real dark. And we want to leave a little bit of a highlight right where the reflections are. You know, it's a little tricky. Noses are really difficult. Alright, I'm gonna take this kneaded eraser and I'm gonna slightly erase some highlights back in. And I'm gonna smudge it back to kind of fill it back in. So, you know, it's definitely a process of erasing and then smearing back in, and then erasing and then smearing back in. Okay, I don't think the nose is looking that bad, honestly. Let's get some more highlights right here. Alright. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. Alright. Yeah. You know, if nothing else, I think this nose looks pretty good. You know, I might just stop right here. I might just draw his nose. I'll just retitle the video Sonic's nose, and that'll be what we draw. as an artist, what you guys want to really aim for is very high contrast. So things like the inside of somebody's mouth are really, really dark. So you really want to make sure that those are really dark. So you want to take the darkest art pencil you have and really add those shadows, and it'll really make the three-dimensional depth start to pop out. I always feel weird when I take the Plenty stick and I do it on somebody's tongue. I feel like I'm making them eat it. It's psychologically just kind of weird. I feel like I'm force-feeding them. Okay, but anyways, we want his teeth to be white, but we do want to add just a slight shadow on them because they're inside of his mouth. Okay. And it's really tricky because when you're shading a tooth, if you shade them too much, you'll make them look like a hillbilly. So you want to make sure that you don't make them look like they're missing their front teeth. Alright, just a little bit more shading now, and I think we're about ready to start erasing, getting some detail back in. Take the eraser and just make his teeth all pearly white. Again. Actually, now that I think about it, I really feel like I'm a dentist right now. Like, this is almost exactly what dentists do. I mean, it's not exactly. If you went to school for oral hygiene, I'm really sorry that I just compared myself to a dentist. But, I really feel like I like scraping the plaque off somebody's teeth when I do that. And we are gonna make his face just nice and smooth because as weird as it is, we're trying to make him actually look pretty realistic. Even though he's a cartoon character, and I think I'm gonna get the lips, finish off the lips now. And guys, I have to be honest, this is the first, and I certainly hope the only time that I ever have to draw human lips on a cartoon character. But here we go. Man, this just feels wrong. It feels so wrong. I have no words for this. But yeah, these are almost exactly how I would draw human lips and a human mouth. Like, if you zoomed in on his mouth, this is almost exactly what a human mouth would look like. Now, kind of weird. Kind of a weird mouth, but it's still fairly human. Except I'm pretty sure that hedgehogs have different kinds of teeth. Like, I'm pretty sure that they have fangs to bite it. Are hedgehogs carnivores? So after we got our base level gray all smeared out, you can go back and start to add individual strokes of fur. And this part just takes forever. Especially that I was crazy and I drew this picture as big as my entire sketch pad. So I'm really starting to regret it. Yeah, if you have to draw anything with fur and you're trying to do it kind of realistically, draw whatever you're drawing, draw it small. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the eraser pen and we're just gonna lighten them up. We're doing the opposite. We're drawing fur, but we're doing it with our white pencil. Make them look all. Usually we shall prevail. We will persevere. And we're gonna make it through. Let's see. Get his chin back in here. Guys, it is so weird. If you draw a line underneath his nose, and you only look at what's under his nose, like his mouth and his chin, it's very human. And I think that's maybe the problem, is when they make these 3D characters these days, they base them off of the human giving the voice performance. So these voice actors. Okay. Smudge some more. Guys, I promise I am doing my absolute best. I'm not saying it's going to be the best thing in the world, but I'm hoping that it at least looks like it's supposed to. this added some more contrast and stuff, and I think it looks pretty good. At least it looks about as good as the reference photo. So, yeah, here you go. If somehow you guys actually liked this video, then click on that button thing that says that you liked it, and maybe you can be my third subscriber. That would be awesome. Okay, yeah, I think I'm just gonna draw a Kirby or something easy. I'll think of something easy. But yeah, see you guys later. With love and affection, forever and always.